Okay. Gamar Joba. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our meeting today. We are happy to introduce you our instructor, Sava Nikolov.
Hello,
He will
guys.
be leading C++ course during our project, and today you will be able to learn more about his experience overall about the course and the certification benefits. If questions arise, feel free to ask the questions in comments, and our Georgian support team will manage to answer them. And now, Sava, some of students who are watching us know you in person, but most of our spectators don't know you. So please tell our students more about yourself, your experience, and how many years you are in IT industry.
All right. Hi, guys. Right. So I'm Sava. This is something you figured out so far. I have about, I have to admit, more than 25 years experience in the field, particularly with C++ and other technologies, including .NET Core, Java, Python, you name it, right? At the moment, I'm employed as the Chief Technical Officer for one of the largest financial institutions in Europe. And I have a huge team of developers, quality assurance guys, product managers, business analysts, and so on, and we're delivering top financial products for the European and US markets. I quite enjoy what I'm doing, and we have a lot of engineering problems to solve on a daily basis. And this is where the C++ comes in place, right? And that's the technology that I personally admire, that I love as a programming language, and from which I'm benefiting the most in this so far 25 years of professional experience. It never laid me down. I was always beneficial from it, and I believe it's a great technology to study and to use in our software systems. Of course, it's not a universal tool or a language. It's applicable for specific systems where we are talking about real-time systems, huge load, low latency trading, stuff like that. Gaming, if you wish, specific software that needs to be developed, like CAD systems or whatever, it comes in place, right? Even today, most of the applications that we are using on a daily basis under Windows or Mac OS, Linux, are developed using C++. It's already standard 20 plus, right? It's evolving constantly. There is a huge community that is supporting it. Even if you check online the current demand for C++ developers worldwide, you see that still we are in top 3 in demand worldwide, and it never changed in the past 20 years. It's always the same, and it won't change during my lifetime at least. So you're on the right place. This is the tool you need, and moreover, when you manage to learn C++, of course it's a lifetime learning, right? It's not something you can learn in 3 months, let's say. You constantly learn it, you constantly develop yourself in the area. But having that basis, you can easily adopt or learn other technologies like .NET Core or Java or whatever, Golang, Rust. Now there is a Rust thing going on, so it's quite easy. It's the foundation of everything, I would say. So congratulations for this choice.
Thank you, Sava. According to your personal observations, what is in the root for such stability of demand for C++?
Well, it combines all the good things that different technologies are providing nowadays. It's an object-oriented language. It has support to all the modern aspects and paradigms of the development. It is super fast, as you know. We are managing the memory. We are managing everything, the computer resources. There are no blockers. Nothing can stop me. Nothing like virtual machine or some script interpreter. Sorry. So nothing can stop us. That's why it's so popular nowadays. It continues to be popular because of the speed, of the productivity of this language. And again, it is also multi-platform. I mean, you can develop C++ application that you can compile for Linux, for Windows, Mac OS. You don't need something, you know, special provided from enterprise company like Microsoft, let's say. Yeah.
Please tell us a bit more about the course. What topics are covered? What exercises will be included during the course?
The course is, I would say, relatively interesting, right? We start from probably the very beginning of the C++ language, and we try to cover everything that is needed for, let's say, something between entry and mid-level C++ knowledge, right? We don't dive into libraries or some specifics, but we learn the foundations of the C++, the structures, the constructions, the operators, if you wish, the flow, and so on and so on. My trainings are very workshop oriented, I have to say. I don't prepare initially scripts that we are following. All the time, it's real-time improvisation. I'm trying to involve all my students to be part of what we are doing runtime on the screen. So all the time, the guys are working with me. They're coding, they're sending me the code, I'm verifying it, I provide immediate feedback, and they learn along the way constantly. It's not like a theoretical lecture. It's a very practical workshop. About the certification is always good. It gives some validation of what we achieved during the training. It's I don't recall what was the success rate of my training, but I believe it was quite good, right, for the previous year.
Over 50%.
Over 50%, yeah.
But as Sava say, this is exam, and every exam is challenging. You need to be prepared. And for this course, we will expect from students to have basic programming knowledge, like to know variables, some fundamentals like arrays, basic
constructions, basic constructions, if-else statements, and so on, which are the same in every language, more or less. And again, they come from the C and C++ world.
Yes. C is the root of everything.
The mothership. The mothership. Okay. Cool.
Yes. Even Unix is created mostly on C.
Yeah.
And,
indeed.
Many of drivers today are still written in the C.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys, it's not a rusty language. It's constantly evolving language. It's progressing all these years, right? It's not something rusty. It's a very, very modern language nowadays. For those who studied C++, let's say 10 years ago or something in the university, you'll be very surprised where it went, where it is nowadays.
Okay, so from your personal point of view, why should our students apply for exactly this course?
Because I'm a great trainer, but on a serious note, I'm kidding. On a serious note, it's just because, again, the C++ guys will give you the foundation of all the programming languages. You will understand the concepts. Learning C++, you can compare with traveling, let's say, from I don't know, from Greece to Brussels or to Belgium, right? And you will travel. If you learn C++, if you're learning C++, it's like you're traveling with bus. You know, you will see the entire everything. You'll see the towns, the villages along the way. If you learn, let's say, some high-level abstract language or tool like, let's say, Java, it's like taking the plane from Greece to Belgium. You'll be there in 40 minutes, but you have no idea what's Europe about. And that is why, again, I'll focus on the roots, on the overall comprehension of the computer science, how computer works, data structures, algorithms, how C++ is used, and that will boost your career because you have and your overall understanding of how properly software should be built. You understand very important things.
And this course will prepare students for getting C++ Institute certified programming associate.
Correct.
This will be exam with proctor delivered at Pearson VUE.
Mm-hmm.
And there are multiple choice questions. This is high prerequisites. You need to pass 80% success answers, as I remember.
Yeah.
And can you look back to your in beginning of your career and share some of your experience with learning and certifications when you are a young developer?
That was way back. At the beginning of this century, probably some of you were not born back then, but yeah, I started like 20, yeah, as I said, 20. So it's more than beginning of the century, right? I started with I practiced. There was something called Turbo C, which I practiced when I was a kid in home, right, on my computer, and I had some idea, but I had no idea exactly what it is. When I started, back then there was something called Delphi and Visual Basic, which were quite popular, plus ASP, sorry, and Internet Information Services, yeah, 20 years ago, and something called COM objects, right? And we figured out that we need more and more productivity from our components. And I started to learn Visual C++ and to get used with it. And that was for the first 2 years. Then I get certified because it was like that back then in our company. We were asked to get certified, so I got my certification for how it was named, MSCSD,
Microsoft Certified Solution Developer.
Yeah, something like that with Visual C++.
Database Administrator and
yeah.
Microsoft Certified Trainer.
Yeah, I got that back then. And the same year, I applied for a job in Austria, Vienna, as a developer, right? And just to explain you guys, back then, we were like over 100 guys applying for one place. There was only one position open, and we were applying like 100 guys, right? And because I knew C++ and I had these certifications, and I showed some good skills during the interview, they hired me. And I went to Austria, Vienna to work, and I stayed there for 4 years. But on the second week, my boss back then in Austria told me, if you manage to learn very well C++ and manage to survive in our business, you will never be jobless in your career. 20 years later, I can confirm that I never got jobless. I never got issues finding a really well-paid job.
And can you share what kind of positions are suitable for our graduates, people that just complete your course and pass the exam?
I would say that would be junior, more junior C++ developer and systems developer for different companies that are using such technologies. I don't know if this explains.
It depends on the local market, of course.
It depends on the local market. It's a bit controversial, right? It depends how the local market is developed, actually. Yeah. Nowadays in our country, we have a lot of product companies stepping in, right? 10 years ago, we were more outsourcing oriented. Nowadays, it's more product. There are plenty of local boomers, I would say, in the product area. And yeah, everyone is looking for all kinds of positions, including entry-level C++, I would say. We are honestly, from time to time, we are so desperate in terms of workforce, in terms of fulfillment, that we are keen on taking junior C++ devs, invest in them, coach them for a year or two, and start benefiting from that. 100% confirmed. We even, if I may probably surprise you, but we even hire guys like in their 40s, or the beginning in their 40s, with some experience in C++, and we start coaching them. And they're not locals. This is how desperate we are.
Yes, everybody wants experienced developer,
Yeah.
but
and I just want to say it's not about the money, right? It's not about the money. It's not that we are looking for cheap or very low cost. It's just because we need talents.
When there is not enough seniors, companies start to hire juniors and create from them excellent developers.
Yeah. We'd like to say we would like to push for brilliance, right? We'd like to push our guys for brilliance.
And I want to share some words for those people that don't have experience. Keep in mind that in many employers, when you don't have experience, that also means that you don't have a bad habit. So this is one of great benefits.
Exactly. I confirm that 100%.
This is one of the great benefits for employers to get new or junior people, because they know only their company. They can become everything.
Yeah.
Even the future CEO, if they can convert from developer to the business mind.
Yep. Although nowadays we don't say business and development, we are all together, you know, that there is no separation between the two. We are all in the same place.
And based on the pilot phase of the project and your experience, what you would recommend to the new students in order them to be successfully certified and to become really good C++ professionals?
What I noticed during the previous training is that you guys, you need time for that. You need to arrange your daily routines so that you can have time for this course and training. You need to read. It's the training won't help. Only the training. You need to read meanwhile. You need to practice a lot meanwhile. You know. So basically, you need to make sure that during these I don't know, 1 or 3 months, whatever is the duration of the training, you need to have proper time for that, sacrificing some weekends and so on. Otherwise, you just won't be able to cope with the pace we are following.
Some people say that you need to spend about 10,000 hours to become the one of the best experts in some area.
I will say the following. Probably this is correct, but not for C++. One more zero probably will help. But again, this is for mastery level. I'm not there.
Mastery, yes.
I'm not there. For entry level, I would say yeah. That's a correct statement.
And what be the next step for the students after they take this course? What is the next challenge?
The next challenge is to start immediately practicing. I advised during the previous training that even if they don't have job at the moment related to this field, they should start doing something on their own. Let's say, let me create some program that will help me to arrange my finance or my record collection, whatever. Just practice. Once you start practice, me as a hiring manager, I'm very pleased and well surprised when I ask someone, okay, you don't have an experience, can you show me what you did so far? And they are pointing me to some Git repository where the guys developed something on their own, like simple application. And that immediately clicks for me. Okay, let's talk. So basically, once you get certified, practice and be very proactive, active, and look for options.
Thank you very much, Sava, for taking time to join us today and share your vision and experience with our students.
Welcome.
We hope that this interview will help our audience to make the final decision whether C++ is suitable for them or not. And see you again in February when we start our trainings.
Fingers crossed. See you guys. Thanks a lot. It was an honor.
Thank you, Sava.
Welcome.
Dear students, don't forget to apply for desired courses before December 30 at our website, ict.gov.g. See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Madloba.